Welcome. My name is Christine Reimer, and I lead customer experience and advocacy here at SurveyMonkey. And I am here today with Matthew Montoya of Constant Contact. In this YouTube series, we're doing some quick interviews with partners of our SurveyMonkey Technology Ecosystem Program, also known as STEP, so that you can learn about what they do and how we work better together. So welcome, Matthew.
Well, thank you for having me, Christine. It's great to be here.
And all the way dialing in, you said, from Florida. Is that right?
Yes, Orlando, Florida. So if you hear thunder, you'll know that we're having a classic Florida thunderstorm today.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, we're so glad to have you. Can you tell me a bit give me a little context of your role and responsibilities at Constant Contact?
Sure. Well, my title is, it's a lengthy one. Software companies love lengthy titles. I am Channel Enablement and Marketing Manager at Constant Contact. And what that really means is that I'm in charge of educating our partners and their customers to be successful at digital marketing. To get a little soapboxy with the Constant Contact, if folks don't know Constant Contact very well, we're well known for having fantastic online marketing tools, but it's not enough to have the tools and have them be easy to use. You also need to know not just how to use something, but why. And when it comes to marketing, that why is really, really critical. And I've been fortunate enough to work for Constant Contact for 10 years. And in that time, my responsibility was to train small business and nonprofits in person. So I've gotten to travel to 46 states over 10 years and meet roughly 10,000 small business and nonprofits in that time. And one thing that I've learned is while our software is easy to use and it's easy to adopt, understanding when to use a tool and how to use a tool and why to use a tool is really critical for them to be successful. And so I'm so thrilled to be a part of that journey.
I couldn't agree more. Many, many years ago, I ran a small business. And what I loved about that is the scrappiness, the learn to do it all. But often folks don't appreciate that you're often trying to figure this out in your own desk without folks around you. So love that commitment to helping folks end to end. So tell me a bit. SurveyMonkey is in the business of gathering feedback. How have you seen Constant Contact and SurveyMonkey working together to help small, medium, and large businesses out there?
Well, I think we're two essential pieces of success. So one thing I really lean into in training, especially when it comes to email marketing, but also with all digital marketing, is the importance of being relevant to your audience. Today's audiences are much more sophisticated than they were even 10 years ago. And to be relevant, you have to know something about them. Right. Yeah. And often, if we can use your small business story there, you're busy doing the thing you do. You're busy behind the desk. You're busy on the floor. You're busy helping your nonprofit constituency. Whatever you're doing, the last thing you're doing is really kind of thinking through this big picture stuff of like, when am I going to send this perfect piece to this perfect person at the perfect time when I don't know enough about them? And one thing I've learned with small business and nonprofits is you'll say, well, tell us about your list. I got them at an event and they were very friendly. Okay, but what are they most interested in? What are their passions? What products are they interested in? What fears they have? What do they like about you? What do they dislike? What do they want from you? Well, that's where SurveyMonkey and Constant Contact really shine, because you provide the fantastic tool to gather information, and we provide the tool to use that information to be successful at marketing. And as an aside, one important thing to remember too is your survey is only as good as getting it out the door. And so one way we can help there as well is easily, because we integrate with SurveyMonkey, you can easily add a survey to a Constant Contact email. We also offer landing pages. You could tie it to that. We offer web building tools. You could add it to that. We offer social media management tools. You can tie it to that. So all in one place, you can not only gather fantastic information, but also it'll empower you to use it.
I love it. So I heard a few tips or pieces of advice of how to use things together, how to take advantage of Constant Contact. I heard you say, integrating surveys into beautifully created emails, helping direct folks to a landing page to find out more information, gathering feedback to understand what people care about. I couldn't agree more. Those are all so critical. Is there any other tips and tricks, whether it's about using SurveyMonkey with Constant Contact or using constant contact on the own, some advice to help folks be better, do better, be more efficient.
Sure. So, the way that they tie together is if you're going to build a beautiful survey and you've put a lot of thought into it, getting it out to the world is important. And getting people to open said email is as important as any of the other work, because if you do all this work building a beautiful survey and you build a beautiful email, but nobody opens it, what's the point? And so one thing people often don't know Constant Contact can do is personalize the subject line to the recipient. So you can actually have somebody's first name or last name or other pertinent information show up on the subject line. And that's really powerful because that can greatly increase your open rate. And the reason for that is because people spend so little time actually zipping through their inbox. They go up and down. They're looking for, who set me something on fire? What offer am I getting? What's really important? And we're all selfish creatures. So when we see our name, slow down. We read the subject line. And so getting people into that email is critical to getting people to fill out your survey. The second tip I give you is probably the hidden gem in Constant Contact. So few folks that use Constant Contact know this exists. It's called text to join. And what it allows people to do is join a list via texting. Now that sounds pretty basic and common in today's world, but with digital marketing, everything's all digital. It's on the web, it's on your phone, it's living electronically. But for many small businesses and nonprofits, they also have a physical world. Right now, in our day and time right now, our physical interaction is limited, but invoices, flyers, receipts, table tints, window decals, truck wraps, anything somebody might see, how are you getting them from that physical interaction to the digital world? Well, with text to join, Constant Contact can give you the ability to have somebody text to join your list. And the added power to that is it's all automated, show up in your list, and you can even tie it to automation so that it will shoot them off an offer or some pertinent information or even your survey automatically. And go ahead.
No, I love it. I think practical tips. I think you're familiar with the inbox that I and so many others struggle with. So the fact that it's personalized, the fact that you can choose which channel to get that information is so critical. We know response rates, open rates have declined over the years. So the importance of making sure you're presenting well and engaging folks. I love that. I see we are almost at time. I would love, a curious, a fun fact, something fun about your company, something we might not know.
I have two for you, but I'll make them quick. So the first is Constant Contact's been in business for 25 years. And like software companies have been around for 25 years, while no, we were not born in a garage. We were born in an attic in Waltham, Massachusetts. But the way we used to get our software out was those discs that were mailed. So you actually got a physical disc from Constant Contact to put in your computer. And no, I don't have one, and I'd kill for one. The second tip is just, it just tickles me. I don't even know how many employees notice it. But if you go to our headquarters in Waltham, Massachusetts, the doors that are in the lobby are marked push and pull, as doors would be. But one door is marked guess. And that from the first day I interviewed, every time I see it, it just tickles me that the company has a sense of humor like that.
I love it. I love that. Matthew, thank you so much for taking the time to join us at SurveyMonkey. I love that Constant Contact and SurveyMonkey are working together to help those in particularly challenging times. How do you streamline those processes, drive engagement, help digital market more effectively? So thank you very much. Thank you all for joining us today. Have a great rest of your day.